Hey YouTube, it's Zasus, and I left my music on. Hold on a second.
Wonderfully trippy music.
Pink Floyd. Okay, hi guys, it's Zasus. I've just finished filming the Kotetsu watch tutorial. Yay! I know it's been taking me a long time to do this, and I'm sorry. Mostly I was just procrastinating, honestly. So it's finished now, and the giveaway is official now, so I will give you details. You can win this watch for free. I will send it to you. Details for the giveaway. You can enter here on YouTube, you can enter on my Twitter, my Facebook, and my Tumblr. So here are the rules for each individual page. You can enter twice here on YouTube. In the comment box down below. You have to be subscribed to me on this channel that this video is on, and I will be putting it, this video will be up on both of my channels. So this video is going to be up on my Zingia cosplay account and my Zasus account. So technically you can enter 4 times on YouTube, twice on each respective channel. I will also put the details of this down below in the info box so no one is confused. You can also enter on my Twitter account. You have to be following me on Twitter. You can enter once. So like I said again, tell me who your favorite Tiger and Bunny character is. It doesn't have to be the heroes, it can be any character you want, anyone from the series. You can also enter on my Tumblr in the Ask box, only one time, and you have to be following me on Tumblr. You can also enter on my Facebook page. You have to be following me as well on Facebook, or friend with me or something or whatever. And you can only enter once on that too. So I will be putting the details down below and all the links to the various social networking pages. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy the tutorial. So I have an array here of things you're going to need. You're going to need, so you're going to need super glue. Basically, any kind of super glue will do. You'll need a pin cushion or some pins, any kind of pins. You can use T-pins or these ball pins. Obviously a watch. I have this one right here. Basically, it doesn't really matter what kind of watch it is, although what you do want to make sure that you do is make sure it's square and make sure it's at least 3 inches by 3 inches. So the face should be 3 inches by 3 inches by 3 inches by 3 inches. Because that's basically what I've seen in the photos that I've done or looked at. You'll also need a pair of fabric scissors. These ones are the spring locked, so you pull the little lever and they lock like that. Make sure that they're fabric scissors, and make sure that when you use your fabric scissors they're only for what you're doing. You'll need round studs. I bought these off of eBay. They are just, I got them in a pack of 50, and they have these spikes on the other side, and I will show you how to do that once I get to that point. Oh no, it's going everywhere. And you will also need some black fabric to make the band. You will also need Velcro. I have black Velcro here. I have both the rough side and the not rough side. This is sew on, but honestly I really don't like using the machine that I have to sew this, because the machine I have is really old and I'm not sure if it can handle it. So basically what I do is, that's what the super glue is for. I also forgot 2 more things you'll need. You'll need some pliers or some kind of knife or surface for where you can push the stud spikes down, and some kind of measuring implement. So I just have my measurer. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to base what I did off of this watch because it basically fit me just fine. Okay, so this measurement is about 10.5 inches, not including the seam allowance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it 11 inches and use that 1/2 inch as a kind of seam allowance. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of trace this onto here. So if you want to make two even things, I suggest to fold your material in half. This is just scrap material that I had lying around, so make sure that you know it's fabric that you're not going to be using for something important, like a major cosplay or something. I would iron this down, but you know what, it's just a watch, so I'm really not going to do that. If it was a garment, yes, I would definitely iron it, but right now I just want to cut it out. So I'm going to do it from this side since it's the most even side that I have. I'm going to measure, let's see, I'm gonna find my 11-inch mark. There we are. Okay. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna refold because I want these to be even. I'm just gonna start in a little bit. If your fabric doesn't match up the right way, cut it a little bit, like a couple inches in from the side. So again, I'm going to find my 11-inch mark. There it is. And I'm going to set this here. Make sure we're straight. And we seem to be. So I'm going to hold this down. Put that over there, because, yeah. And I'm going to take some kind of chalk, which I have just a second. Here we go. I have some marking chalk. Hopefully this will show up. So I'm going to mark at the 11-inch mark and at the 1-inch mark. Alright. Now I have those two marked. I'm not sure if you can see that, but yeah. So now I'm going to measure the sides of the watch and make sure how long that is. If you don't have a template already, just base it off of your wrist, I guess. Measure your wrist with, your measuring tape and, just whatever the size of your wrist is. Make it maybe 2 inches more than that, just because you want it to fit a little bit loosely. Because my wrist size right now is 6.5 inches, but like I said, if you make it bigger than that, you can always put the Velcro in further. So that is a little bit over 3 inches. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it 4.5 inches and use that as seam allowance. So from this first mark I made, I'm going to mark, let's do it from the outside. So from the first mark I made, I'm going to do it 4 inches. It's okay if it's a little bit off because it doesn't have to be perfect. Because Kotetsu's watch is more or less you know, I don't know what you would call it. It doesn't look nice and tidy, if that makes sense. Okay, so now we have our marks. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw the line. So I have a, what you might want to do is get a hard surface. So I think I have a hard surface. Yes, I do. I have kind of a yardstick thingy. So if you have one of these, that's probably the best thing to use. So I'm going to line these up. Okay. And if it's a little crooked, just fix it and you know where the mark is. So just make sure it's straight. And then I'm going to use the chalk again. And start marking. So now we have drawn out our stuff. Now I suggest what you do is take your pin cushion and start pinning the center of this, because what you want to do is make sure that the fabric doesn't move on you while you're cutting. And now take your scissors and start cutting. Fix up any messes you're making, like with mine. You know what, if it's like this, if you mess up here, it's fine, because we have a seam allowance, so it's okay. Okay, one down. And now we're going to do the process one more time. Because if you can see right here, there are 2 layers. So we're going to need to make another one of these. Now you should have 2 of these. They should be roughly the same size. If they're not the same size, It's perfectly okay, just make sure you have that seam allowance. So the next step that we're going to be doing is sewing these into little sock-like things.